it's Chris from Yu-Gi-Oh! Memes. Kevin, or Chris. I call him Kevin because we're both named Chris. But anyways, Kevin or Chris wanted me to redo the rabbit deck because the last one, the audio was all fucked up.
Sorry.
So I'll just go real fast. The 2 rescue rabbits, the 2 saber sauruses.
Alright, before anything, you got 6th place with this deck. 6th place regional deck. Anyway, continue.
Yeah, 6th place regional deck.
And LA regionals are huge. 723 people, I think. Triple Guaiba.
Yeah, because he's good. I'm sick. Shout out to TCS. Go to Flower and Bellflower. Yep.
California.
Flower and Bellflower. I keep saying Alondra. I keep messing up. 2 Thunder Kings because they're really good. They're probably the best card in the whole deck. Like, it wins games. Like, it's the best card to open up with. Like, whoever says otherwise is dumb.
So, well, what do you think about people who don't main Thunder King and side Thunder King instead?
You've got to be an idiot if you're not maining Thunder King in this format.
Stupid.
Okay, for reals now. 2 tour guides, that and some Night Sailing. You have to run Night Sailing because, I mean, you got 2 tour guides. Like, what if you drop both of them? Then Reaper, because you can search out with tour guide. Just kidding, it's good. I'm sick, so I'm going pretty fast.
One ofs?
One ofs, you have to. You have to, because, you know, Guayaba. And then double space, you don't want to run 3 because it's a little too much. Last format I ran 3. Last format Chaos Dragons weren't that amazing. Just kidding. Triple Lance, because it's good. It's good.
Especially with Guaibas. There's Rex.
Except when I played Kevin right now, and I drew Kabuzu's Triple Lance. Double Torrential, because I had 2 Ultras, so I'm like, might as well play them. Double Fiendish, because you don't have Veilers.
Shout out to George.
Yeah, shout out to George. Okay. Double Macro, because it's just good.
Any deck like a main macro, it's amazing.
Double Bottomless, because it's bottomless. Double Come Pulse, because it's good.
Because of me, dick.
Double Warning, because it's just good. It's the card to run. Solemn Judgment, because I like paying half my life to give my opponent a chance to come back. And Starlight, because you win.
It's protection. Especially running protection in this deck is just beautiful. Whee!
It's just what?
It's beautiful. Oh look, we gotta...
Someone's calling my house because I'm famous.
Yep.
Okay. Double Lagia. Double Dolkia. 1 Cowboy. The Popular Operative. The Maestro. The Utopia. The Utopia Ray. If I will make any changes to this whole deck, I'd run a 3rd Lagia over the Utopia Ray. That's about it. Or maybe the Black Corn over the Utopia Ray. I'm gonna try that. Black Corn. I have it with me. Fucking Julio took it. Never mind. Julio took my Black Corn. I can't use it now. Thanks, Julio. I love you.
Play test it.
Okay, so...
Acid.
Acid. Zemings. Leviathan. Levier. Starduced.
And 1 Levier, because you can't fit a 2nd Levier, because you don't need 2 Leviers in Rabbit.
If you made the double Spirit Reaper,
then maybe, yeah. But, like, I don't know. You don't need it.
So you got the Gores, the 2 Veilers,
the Snowman Eaters. Say the one for last. Say the one for last. Yeah.
the double
Maxi.
Maxis, the double... Oh, fuck, I'm so sick.
Extra space?
Oh, extra space. What the fuck? Yeah. Extra space. Get it? Because I have extra space. Avarice, because the mirror match, and when you sat out your macro, sat in Avarice and you win. The guy who got 3rd place, I was talking to him. He was a really cool guy. Shout out to him. I forgot his name though. I know on DN he's super special, awesome. I'll look him up right now because my computer got fixed.
It was something Jufro. I know his middle name. I know he put like not his middle name, but his nickname was Jufro.
Yeah, the guy who got 3rd place, he sat at Avarice too. And I was like talking to George. He was like, "Do you side Avarice?" And I'm like, "Yeah." He's like, "Why? That's weird." And I'm like, "The guy who got 3rd place at Avarice." He's like, "Really?" I'm sided in because George, you know, he always copies me and whatnot.
George copies everyone.
And then you got a double D fissure because it's good. Like you open up double D fissure, like you open up a D fissure rabbit, you're gonna win. Probably depends on your matchups. Soul Taker. If any changes, I would take out I would probably take out a Snowman Eater and fit in a 2nd Soul Taker because I never side in both just because I have an Assailant, so I'm like, okay. Double Decree because I want to fit in a 3rd Decree too because when you go up against Chamber, you don't need any of your traps.
Sorry. Oh, yeah, and the best card of all.
Number 2.
Just go into detail with this card. I have some time.
Okay, time for detail because I skimmed through the deck real fast. So my explanations, since this time I can actually do it, Morphin Gen number 2, I played against some wind-up guy in round 9, and he goes like, oh, the Shockmaster, this and that, and he calls spells, so I'm like, shit. So I go like, Morphin Gen number 2, and like, set 3 back row, go, and he does his stuff, and he's like, oh, he has like 5 monsters and all this.
He's like Papal Operative, Zen Mighty,
like,
did he go Shockmaster and call traps?
No, he got the...
Soul Silver Mountain, that's what he had.
And he locked my Starlight, and I'm like, if he heavies, I'm gonna lose. And then he's like 4 Xyz on the field, and he's like, attack, and I'm like, Morphin number 2. And all of them went back to the extra deck, and he got like 1 special summon, and he stopped paying for Messenger of Peace that turn. So I was like, finally, he's done paying for Messenger of Peace, so I can attack him. But then he dropped his 2nd Messenger of Peace, and I'm like, oh my god. And I summoned Spirit Reaper attack, and I got the 3rd Messenger of Peace out of his hand. And I was like, Jesus Christ.
So just explain the ruling of Morphin Gen number 2 really fast about Exceeds and stuff. Like, why is it so good in his deck?
Because, like, you just, if it bounces back Xyz, they don't get any special summons for the Xyz. Only for the cards that go into the actual main deck. And, like, to be honest, this has happened once in this has happened once in my life where I set Kabuzuls and they attack into it and they can't get over it. Then I set Morphin Gen number 2, and then they, like, attack into this, and then my Kabuzuls goes back in, and then I get, like, a rescue rabbit.
Well, you don't choose, but, like, you shuffle the deck, and you pick up cards up until you have the same amount of monster, and apparently the next monster is
a rescue rabbit, and that was, like, a once-in-a-lifetime thing. And I was like, oh, cool. Well, actually, I don't know, because it can't be special from the deck, but that's just weird. You know? Like, what would happen?
I don't think it can be special, because it has to go special face down, where it's special still regardless, but...
Oh, whatever. Okay, so, what was I talking about last time? When I had this, and... No, I didn't have that. I had that, where is it? Where is it? This is why bluffing in Yu-Gi-Oh! Is so important. Because I had this, and they had, like, a Karakuri monster or something. They had...
You had 2 burritos.
Not burritos, the level 6... Not the big one, the one that switches from...
Oh, yeah, the one that they went in Gyurikuri.
Yeah, so I had this, and they had 2 of those Gyurikuris, and he had another monster, I don't know. And I'm like, I need a Dark Hole, and I win, because he had 1 card in hand. I draw, and I'm like, okay, that's not what I wanted, but whatever. I'm like, I lost. And this was game 3, and I'm like at 3,000 life left, and I'm like, I lost, like... My first loss is in round 1. Awesome. And, you know, I was going to just scoop it up, but I'm like, you know what? Let's see what happens. Summon TK, set heavy, go. He draws into something else. Then he goes, huh. He's wondering, like, oh my god, this guy could actually have something. Because, like, you know, who summons? Like that. So then he turned one of his Synchros to defense. He turned my Thunder King to defense. He attacked the smaller monster to Thunder King, and then he'd hit me for damage. And I'm like, shit, actually survived me 1 turn. I doubt I'm going to get anything good. And I top deck, and I'm like, oh my god. And then he sets 2, and I'm like, flip heavy? And he's like, sure. And I'm like, Dark Hole? And he was like, wow. And I'm like, Saber Swords, attack. Then after that, he top decked something dumb. I think he top decked like Starlight or Torrential. And I top decked Solemn Judgment, and I just set and attack. And then he like... He Dark Hold my Sabersaurus, and I'm like, okay. I'm not going to waste all of them on that. Because he flipped it. And then he summoned... I was at 24, and he summoned a 1200 attacker. And I was like, oh, no. I'm like... He had 1 more face down. Or it was something like that. He had 1 more face down, and he summoned... He Dark Hold my Sabersaurus. He had 1 more face down. It's probably trap. And he summoned a 1200 beater. And I'm like, I want a Solemn Judgment, that 1200 beater. But if he has Monster Reborn, or if he has Solemn Judgment, I just lost. Because I'll give him half my life and then he'll just beat me. So I was like, you know what? You know what? I'm like, I'm God at top decking. So I'm just let it go. And I'm like, sure. I have 1 turn to live, basically. Because I can't Solemn anything else after because he's just going to beat me. So he attacks me. Sure, I'm at 12. I draw, and I'm like, why does God love me? Why does God love me? And I'm like, Guaiba? And he goes Torrential. And I'm like, that's what it was. Okay, but I got Solemn. So attack, get the other Guaiba.
Nothing like Guaiba.
And then I mean,
You just won. I
mean Logia, and I'm like, go! And he draws, he's like, he sets a back row, and I'm like, attack for game. He's like, yeah, you got it. And I was like, wow, I bluffed him out, and I just won. Like, he had a game if he just went all out and just attacked me with everything. But of course, you can't do that either, because, you know, if I had Mirror Force for reals, I would have just won.
Alright, so that's deck profile, a little deck tips and analysis. And yeah, be free to net deck.
This deck actually takes skill because it's not like you're gonna open up like this, like this, like this.
Yeah, people assume that you're gonna open up a rabbit set for every turn. Like Chris, how many games did you win without even opening up rabbit? How many matches did you win without opening rabbit?
I didn't use my extra deck until round 4. I didn't get to. No one let me. And then so you don't open up like this every single time. You don't open up like this like every single time. So then it's like people think you're gonna open up like this, and then like, and then you're gonna like draw into, like this or something. Like this is not gonna be your field every single game. If anything,
shuffle the deck and just show like a legit hand.
Okay, fine. I'll shuffle the deck and show a legit hand, and I'll tell you like if I can actually play around it.
Most of the time you can, but it really depends.
You'd always play around every single hand unless you draw something really dumb, like 4 normals. Like if you draw 3 normals, you can still win. But like it's all about like mind games. So let's see if you could win with this hand. Okay, you got a Lance. Okay, like it's already. Oh, okay. Okay, look at this.
Double Guaiba.
Like if I'm playing against Chaos Dragons, this is really gonna be the hand I want.
It's like yeah, the Rabbit's so broken. Rabbit needs to be banned. This deck isn't that good. It just really depends on how you manipulate the person.
So what would I do? What I would do personally?
Set Reaper. That's what I would do.
I would set Reaper and set a space. I'm like go, and then they'll just probably like attack into it, and then I'll be like space, and I'll be like Guaiba.
You didn't even draw.
Oh yeah.
No, like whatever.
See, I love it when I have Tragodia and I have Guaiba and like attack on finish. Haha, 0 attack. I'm gonna kill it later. So it's like not the best like hand in the world. But it's not a bad hand either.
Alright, so that's the deck and stuff.
Yeah. Look at this! What am I gonna do with this? Oh, never mind. That was a pretty good.
See, this is where the deck becomes broken. Okay, bye.